So welcome to Spain Highway, and we're currently inside of Spain as well. So it is absolutely going to be hitting onto Spanish Highway to drive all over the displays. We have some current cars. It started Range Rover Velar, and Seat Leon Cupron as well, Smart 42, and Renault Express, Peugeot 406, E200, Audi A3 as we spawn as over here. We just put in ourselves for the Audi A3, which is absolutely used and imported from America. That's not going to be pretty used for this one and not accepted for this one. C. Delora. And we just absolutely spawn over here for just literally. Seat is absolutely for Spanish vehicles. I think we're just going to be using for a Seat Leon. We just spawn here for just a various good times as well. This is the modern version of the Seat Leon Cupra as well. So if this is absolutely for pretty good as well, the seat is absolutely going to be used for only highway driving or something kind of a rally racing. So I recommend it that you're going to be using for Smart 42. And it was absolutely pretty good for us and by using for the Spanish vehicles like I say. But I'm probably going to be using for a highway driving. So I'm just going to be required that we're going to be parking for this perfect. And it must be seen for just like this. It seems it's going to be absolutely trying to do like this one. And we're going to be using for only like this one. That's pretty well. As I'm going to be spawning the Peugeot 406. Which is the old BH version to get away from the police. And looks like we're just going to be getting away. Like using some kind of outlawed, which is the Malaysian import, and because somehow that region is absolutely supported to Ukraine, and looks like we're just gonna be taking for just a little bit once by using for just gonna be going on one thing, and probably it's gonna be banned in Russia, and it looks like it was absolutely pretty outlawed. As the South Asians hated, and because the South Asians hated this, some kind of this population of this one, I should gonna be might able to go for a seat for a Peugeot 5008 2.0 HDI. The Peugeot 5008 is gonna be very good for Spanish family, and that was absolutely pretty good. Volkswagen Gol as well. And that was pretty absolutely similar to Volkswagen Colorado as well. Volkswagen Transporter. Hey, that was absolutely for just gonna be my mom's Passat as well. This is absolutely already recommended to drive like this vehicle. And it's absolutely pretty good. That is gonna be always. And using Volkswagen Tiguan. As well. So it looks like that was some kind of a BH banned from the BH as well. The Vauxhall Vectra as we know it. This is absolutely some kind of sports car it is. It's absolutely pretty good. Renault Captur is a 2016 vehicle. What on earth is this? It's not some kind of a BH person like I guess. Citroen C1. We just put in all the ways. The Citroen C1 is an absolutely a secondary for a bigger smart car, I guess. And the next one is Scarba Fabia Combi. Yes, pretty much as well. And that was some kind of a Skoda vehicle. Keeps going up. Skoda is absolutely going to be keeps going up as well. Well, wait a second. It's some kind of a Vauxhall. I mean Skoda. This absolutely keeps gonna be rising for itself. Citroen C3 was absolutely pretty good. That was absolutely pretty good as Citroen as well. And the next one is 2011, some kind of a Citroen Berlingo Multispace. It was a kind of a Japanese import. It was gotta be very banned as well. And Vauxhall Zafira. Vauxhall Zafira as well. Zafira. That is the Vauxhall Zafira as well. That is absolutely that I never know about this name. And you BH viewers, don't ever watch for this one because South Asian viewers hates it. And because of to do like this one or something like else. Yaris we have something kind of the one bass. This is not kind of a South Asian viewers as well. And because there's something kind of a Toyota Yaris version like this, Toyota Yaris 2008 B like, and because of only like this one. Renault Twingo RS. It is absolutely going to be a little bit small. It's a Spanish version. Good. It's absolutely a little bit good as well. It's not very going to be taking for just a little bit. The Aston Martin Singlet is a smart car for a second smart car that I guess. And that was pretty very good. The Peugeot 308. Another good it was. And because it's recommended for rally racing for just a little bit, it is absolutely pretty much good. Fiat Celto. I think we're just going to be counting all cars that I guess. Vauxhall Bavaria. And we just made things a little bit too much. I think it's going to be very too much as well. So another Fiat Panda. Wait, is this all? I think this is going to be very too much as well. And that is because... Wait, is this some kind of perfect? That was roll? Kind of France thing as well? How many cars that put into this game? So looks like that must be the last one that I never able to guess. And the last one is the Range Rover Velar, as we're putting into this one. So let's put it on to Opel in segment as well. That must be the Opel cars be like as well. Respawn for this vehicle, it didn't work. So make sure I'm just gonna be rejoin the game and start driving in the highway. So if this is not absolutely try to do like this one, I'm gonna be using for a Citroen C2, and I'm probably gonna be using the Citroen C5 Combi as the sun went down. What I only have to do is gonna be rejoin the game, and I just gonna be finding to the Iowa bridge as well. Now the next thing for the upcoming videos is gonna be pretty much, and to do like this one strategy, I'm gonna be taking for out the luxury things as well by using a combi vehicles as literally as possible. As before, we're gonna be continuing to welcome for this only one strategy. So I have to find somewhere in for a Volkswagen. So looks like we're gonna be using for a 5008, which is absolutely pretty good. So all you have to do is going to be finding for a Fiat Skoda Combi as well. I think we're just going to be trying to find using a Citroen C3 for a multi-space. If this is going to be all, I'm going to be using for this vehicle at once. If this is not absolutely that the South Asians hate it, so I'm just going to be taking for a little bit for this one. Using for a C5 Combi. That is pretty small that I ever expected. Using for a right-hand drive as well. I think we're just gonna be make somewhere to go speedless as well. So if this is absolutely the case, that might be able to drive a little bit something. That means for a Spanish driveways as well. And it's absolutely should be like, as to go to drive all the way down things like it's something like pretty sure. I'm gonna be parking all the way down here and delete this vehicle. But I'm pretty sure this how is gonna be taking a little bit works. And it's good for highways, I say. And I'm not gonna be using for some kind of this one. So if this is absolutely gonna be using for a Ford Mondeo, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be using for a Peugeot 308. And we're gonna be using for a cross country for the C4 as well. So I'm not gonna be taking for a various things or something like else. This should be something like very perfect. It's really hard. The Audi A6 is not gonna be using very perfect because due to something kind of just a little bit. I'm gonna be going on to use the BMW 5 Series, and is literally a right-handed as well. In Spanish, that might gonna be taking on for a right-wheel drive as well. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be going on to the left side of the road. Unfortunately, this is something kind of just a little bit for going on outside. I think should be gonna be on right-handed as well. Looks like if you're liking something kind of this one, currently that Germans plus some kind of Spanish be like as well. By going on the road trip is gonna be taking for a very much as well. It looks like this game is absolutely in the car's engine sounds are very a little bit quiet up here. So if this is absolutely gonna be necessary to get all the way up here, and that should be gonna be taking for a very much not very good, I guess. So looks like we're just absolutely taking for under 10 minutes as well, but looks like we're gonna be even for supportive as well. So is this my video recording? I think we just absolutely made for a 4 minutes time. Looks like we need to get all the way to find. It's absolutely pretty extremely hard that we're finding Skoda Octavia for the free Skoda Octavia as well. So looks like we're gonna be getting all the way back into use like this one. So it's still it's gonna be very hard to find around for the Spanish highway. So if I just gonna be using for a second like this one, it's very hard that I just trying to say the Fabrica Combi. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be taking for a various one for as well. The Citroen C1, the Captur as well. No, it's very hard. It's gonna be very impossible as well. Using the Passat, I think that must be the Volkswagen. So if this is not gonna be taking for a Volkswagen Gol as well, I think that must be some kind of. I was wrong about this. I'm gonna be using for a 5008. Which is I'm pretty sure that we should be able to drive like this one. And it's gotta hurt your engine. And to try to make things out, it is not gonna be handling throughout the highways. Because due to itself, explode the engines as well. So all you have to use is the Mercedes E200. Which should be gonna be taking for a little bit rocketly fast. And by using the Porsche 406. And it looks like we're going to be using for Alfa Romeo. How did I just going to be trying to do like this? Alfa Romeo 155, C4, C5 Combi. I think we're just going to be using to check it out. Until this car should be big as well. But it looks like we're going to be doing on right-hand driving as well. And looks like there must be a big highway around here. Throughout the day or throughout the night. It's gonna be taking a while, and it should be gonna be taking for very much as well. So it looks like if before this is not gonna be absolutely gonna be necessary, that is just gonna be speeding very low. If I just gonna be turning on the lights, does work throughout the road trips. Now, if this is absolutely gonna be 90s version as well, using for a Citroen C5, and it's gonna be taking for a good step once the player has left up the game. Looks like we're gonna be still around here for something, and that must be the end of the road that I can see another roundabout. So it looks like I'm just gonna be turning around here before the sun sets. I'm just gonna be taking a little bit hurry and driving a little bit slowly down 55 kilometers an hour, which is gonna be taking for a very slow status as well. As you cannot able to believe, there must be a red light overhaul, and it looks like this is something is gonna be still green. I'm just gonna be taking a little bit closer and look. And how that gone far it is. It's taking for very long for the red light. As before we're gonna be end of this video, I might sure this is gonna be green light anywhere. It looks like we're completely good to go in about roundabout. It looks like we're gonna be taking on to the highway staff as well before we're gonna be the end of this video, and literally fast. As we're entering to the Autobahn system with no speed limits, there must be some kind of speed limits in the near future. And because due to our driving safety, it's absolutely pretty necessary. So it looks like we're just gonna be driving on the way. Wait, the highway is closed? Oh my gosh, that was an absolute quite of just very quick as possible. Now, is this something kind of a front wheel drive? I'm pretty good to go. That looks like we're gonna be end of this video. So if you enjoy for this video, and the South Asians hate this, and because due to something that I just saw for this video and runabout strategy for the BH viewers trying to speak like Spanish for just only one thing. So if you enjoy for this when you're a Spanish viewer, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. And because if you like Spanish driving around the highways as well, it looks like the sun is going to be going down for each whatsoever as well. So, and because of this only one strategy, that Chinese hates it, and because only one things, and likely that I say that some kind of South Asians really hate this. What is going on is this should be gonna be taking a very much. This is about to get very populated. About Spanish driving should be extremely popular as well. So, which will be Jabber Concept signing off, and I'll talk to you guys into all later. But before we're gonna be saying all next time, it won't be gonna be necessary at all. And because you might like with this video for this time, but looks like it is taking for a very much longer, that how many cars that put itself into this game, and this game was absolutely discontinued forever, and but it's gonna be almost likely abandoned.